Much as I love history and archaeology, I'll be the first one to tell you, there's been a lot of bullshit influencing how archaeologists and historians think about things. Now, no one likes to joke better than I do, and a little bit of hoaxing here and there ain't necessarily a bad thing, at least so in my opinion. But an intentional hoax to make one famous, or to put some jing in a dwindling bank account, well, that's what this video is all about. In 1726, all of England was abuzz over Mary Toft, a young woman who had given birth to rabbits. Don't turn away yet, this video gets better, way better, and a bit gross. Okay? Maybe really gross. Her claim to birthing a litter of rabbits was investigated by her local doctor, John Howard, who claimed Mary had really fantastically given birth to rabbits, because he had found pieces of rabbit flesh and skin the rabbits must have left upon being born. That's right, friends. Mary Toft was a bit on the weird side, sticking pieces of dead rabbits up her birth canal of love, just to convince her doctors. But the king's royal surgeon wasn't having any of it, and had Mary brought to London, where she confessed and was sent to prison. Now, as short and sweet as this story is, its impact on the medical field was enormous, starting with a great deal of public mockery of the medical profession, because outside of the king's physician, a lot of doctors believed she'd given birth to furry little bunnies. You think? Of course, a couple of 100 years earlier than the year of the rabbits, religion had to get in on some fantastical hoaxing of their own. Let's talk about foreskin, specifically the foreskin of Jesus. That's right, my friends. Apparently, King Charlemagne was given the foreskin of Jesus by an angel while he was fast asleep, dreaming. Of course, being a good Christian, the king made a gift of the foreskin to the Pope, and before you knew it, holy foreskins were popping up all over the place. And foreskins were a thing for the next 1,000 years, when the church finally had enough and banned them in 1900, making the crime punishable by excommunication. And I can't help but wonder that if God wanted me to pass along his word, how the hell his kid's foreskin would help. But the hoaxing went on so long, God must have known the power that little flap of skin had. Living in Minnesota, I've heard of the Kensington Stone, and it sits in a museum just down the road from where I live. But until researching articles for this video, I had never heard of the Michigan relics. In 1890, James Scotfield was doing his job, digging post holes, when he dug up some old ancient pottery. That discovery set the locals afire with the news because a lot of the pottery had what looked like hieroglyphics. You know, Egyptian business, from the land of Egypt. Of course, before you knew it, everybody was digging up Wayne County, Michigan. Apparently, every ounce of dirt was turned over not once, not twice, but at least 3 times. But nobody matched old James Scotford, the original post digger who originally dug up the old artifacts, because he was selling thousands of these findings all over Michigan. Items that included coins, pipes, boxes, figurines, and cuneiform tablets. Business was booming, even when old Scotford was proven to be a fraud a year later. And yet, to this day, there are those who still believe. From birthing rabbits to digging up pottery, and let's not mention foreskin again, last on our list is the greatest hoax of the 12th century. One of the greatest figures of world history, King Arthur, lived a life that's been transformed into legend and myth. Was he real? Was he based on a living person? We'll never know, but there are many today who visit his grave and pay respect. In the year of our Lord, 1191, King Arthur's grave was found on the grounds of the richest monastery in England, Glastonbury Abbey. Now, around this time, Glastonbury was a well-known abbey, and you might even say it was somewhat famous, but not as famous as their main competition, Westminster Abbey. But monks are monks for a reason, 'cause they're devious little shits that make things up. Like claiming that King Arthur was buried at their abbey. Since Glastonbury was an old abbey dating back to King Arthur's time, it made sense that he would have been buried there. And to this day, all these centuries later, the lie carries on as people still visit Glastonbury to visit King Arthur's grave. Except he's not really buried there or anywhere else that we're aware of. And yes, my friends, I'd like to close this video with the simple thought that yes, we humans are a gullible lot. I mean, come on. A real life doctor believing a woman gave birth to a rabbit? I had fun doing this one. I love history and like I said at the beginning of the video, there's a lot of archaeological hoaxes out there. There is. I could fall for like King Arthur's grave, but seriously, Foreskin? Hey, I might struggle with that one. Or rabbits being born from a woman. I don't know. We might just be awfully gullible. I don't know. But this is only like not even the tip of the iceberg of all the crap that's out there when it comes to hoaxes. And some of them are really famous. But I tried to do some that maybe we had never heard of before, that I had not heard of before. But I'll leave it like that. Love you. I'm out of here. Hope you enjoyed. Keep watching. Leave a comment. Like, subscribe. Do all that cool shit. And I'm out of here. Bye. Boop, boop.